everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just thought I'd do a project share of what I did with these little vase filler gems that came in these little cute little bottles. They were several different colors, pink, blue, green, and something else. And the jars are glass, and they have these cute little toppers to it. And I mainly wanted the jars. I saw It's a Deal haul these, and she liked the jars as well. But and then I was like, what am I going to do with these vase filler things? And I thought I can give them away, I can donate them, but I said, well, I'm trying to be better about using what I buy, so let's try and make something out of it. So this is what I did. I'm going to show you a couple of failures and then a couple of successes. So starting with these clay balls, I had some Sculpey in my stash, and so I shaped them into balls, and I put the jewelry wire through it so that I could have something to use to hang it with. And then I pressed all the gems in here. Now they pressed in okay, but every time you did that, the ball got a little bit misshapen. So I ended up having to reshape the ball constantly. It took a long time to get these in here. So I decided that was, and then I baked them. Once I baked them, they shrunk a little bit, the plastic vase filler gems, and they lost some of their shine. So anyway, these are the a couple of samples of what I did, and I did use some clear ones I had already in my stash. Definitely was a fail here. I have to figure out how to save these. If I can't, they're going to go in the trash. And I made I think I made 8 of them in total, and and then they shrunk up and went out of whack and everything. And oops, and here's one of the gems fell out. So that's where these. So then I decided, since this was not a success, that I should try styrofoam balls. So I went to Michael's. At Michael's, I found the only thing small enough that was styrofoam was some Christmas table scatter. That stuff did not work at all. I did not like it. It just broke into pieces. And then I went to Michael's and got this craft foam. You might have seen this in a different haul. And then I decided to try to stick the gems in it. This was a no-go. The silver pointed end of the gems were not deep enough to really penetrate well and hang on to the styrofoam. So you had to use glue. And if you can see here, I tried hot glue, and that made a mucky mess. And then I just tried different kinds of glue, trying to see which one would hold the quickest, so I wouldn't have to sit there with my finger on top of it. And that just became, it didn't work well. It was starting to get misshapen, and I couldn't stand there all night and hold one gem at a time for a few minutes while it dried. So, failure. Now for a couple projects that came out of this that I did like. I'm going to start with one that has nothing to do with little jimmies, the vase filler things. And that was when I got the table scatter. I thought, okay, now I bought this table scatter. What am I going to do with it? These things are glitter bombs. If you don't like glitter, avoid these because glitter everywhere. So I decided I wanted to contain the glitter and also do something with it that was kind of different than a table scatter. So these are from the Dollar Tree. I had these extra from when I made the snow globes. I was either going to use these or the snow globes. I went with the snow globes, and the snow globes were these, like little guys, if you didn't see this particular project. I made 3 different ones with Minnie in it. As for these, I just did this, and it's nice that the base is wide enough you can easily stick these in here. And also, in the future, if you want to use these for something else, it's easy to take these out and make it into something else. And I did, with the table scatter, I was able to make 2 of these little ornaments. So if you're looking to make ornaments out of this table scatter or any other table scatter that you may get, just be aware of it's the container from Dollar Tree fits 2 minus the one I broke trying to get the little jimmies to work in there. So that was these ones here. Then I decided, well, gosh, now I really got to use the gems. And I'm going to do them with sort of what they're intended for and use them as a filler, but in an ornament. So I did this ornament here, and I used some rub-ons. After I did the rub-ons, I decided I didn't like the rub-ons very much, but I did like the way the vase filler looked inside. And I just mixed all the different colors I bought together, along with the clear ones, and this is what it came out to be. So I thought that would shine nicely on the tree. And then, because I didn't like the rub-ons, I went with stickers, and these are just from the Jolie stickers from Michael's and Clarence, or closeouts, whatever you call it. And same mixed jemmies, I don't know why I keep calling them jemmies, vase filler gems in the bottom. But then here, I just did a pattern of from the sticker sheet, and then I did the second one also from the same sticker sheet with the same idea in mind, so kind of a duplicate of each other. So that is these. Now, if you've been wondering why there's a empty bottle of Elmer's glue sitting out here, that's because I actually use them as a vase filler. And here we go. And so, you can see this well or not. So I just used some of this clear glue, and this is something we've all done for years to simulate water. I like bubbles in mine, so I did stir it up a little bit, and you can just take your flowers and stir away and get whatever bubbles that you want. I used a couple pieces of tape to hold this in its place so that when it dries, it'll dry in the spot I want it to. But as you can see, the gems float in the glue, which is what I wanted. I wanted the gems floating and not just sitting at the base, so that you could see the gems and it would reflect in the light. Now, I am finding that it does take a long time to, of course, dry because it's a whole bottle of glue. Every once in a while, if they start to get too far down and sink too much, I just give it a quick stir with the stems of the flower to get them to puff back up, and I'm going to keep doing that as it dries a little bit, just to make sure the gems stay a little bit higher. And again, I wanted the water, the bubbles in the water, or in the glue, to stimulate water. So that's why I stirred it up. If you don't want the bubbles, just don't do that. But again, and this is, an old hack that we've all done for years, to make a flower arrangement that looks like it's in water. And this is a pre-made flower arrangement, as you can see. It's already tied together, because I'm not that good at flower arrangement. Actually, I'm terrible at flower arranging. So this was an arrangement already made, so it made it nice and easy. I just plunked them in here, and I can gift this to somebody after it's done, because I think it'll look really pretty with the gems floating in the fake water. So I hope you liked these project shares, gave you some ideas of what to do if you also bought the vase filler gems and are wondering what to do with them. And I appreciate you for coming to my channel, and I will see everybody in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.